Welcome back to another completely useless video, or if you're new, welcome to 8 of the most useless minutes of your life. It was inevitable. We've done country-wise all-time 11s, which, if you haven't checked out, I'd highly recommend you do so first. Anyway, it only makes sense that we ask ourselves, what if all the countries were united under one massive country? Oh, well, that's not ideal. However, we're not going to let a silly thing like colonialism stop us from making good cricket teams. This video will be fundamentally different to the others in one way. We're not going to do 2 teams, we're doing 4. Time for one of my favourite things. You've guessed it, it's time to shortlist. I know what you're thinking. Mr. Useless, we've already made shortlists for all these countries. Can't we just combine them? If we do, that's over 250 players. We need to be far stricter on who we shortlist. Even if we only take people who made their national teams, that's still 176 players. So I'm going to go country by country and pick and choose a few good players that I think are worthy. Yes, today I shall be playing the role of God. Australia had by far the best team, and the best second team too, so it makes sense that we take a lot of their players. I'm putting in the entire Australian first team. They're all exceptional players. We're also going to add in quite a few players from the second team. All the opening options, Mark Waugh, Matthew Hayden, David Warner, all make it, as does Mr. Cricket, Michael Hussey. For our bowlers, we have a lot of options, but given how many we can choose from the other countries, I'll only go with Brett Lee. Harsh, I know. Okay, so Australia got 16 players. Can England come close, or is it going to look like another Ashes scoreline? It's not close. You all saw this coming. Bairstow and Root make it. If you saw the England video, then you'll know how highly I rate Joss Buttler, and also Ben Stokes. And that's it. Roy, Morgan, Peterson, Flintoff were considered, but I don't think they're shortlist worthy. The bowlers just aren't good enough. Mitch Johnson, Craig McDermott, Josh Hazlewood, and Brad Hogg all missed out, and none of the English bowlers are better. India naturally dominate with their batting, but their bowling isn't as bad as you might expect. Rohit, Sachin, Kohli, Yuvraj, Dhoni of course all make it, as does Sehwag. While we don't need many spinners, I think Kuldeep and Kumble are both worthy of a mention. As for Jadeja, if it was Test cricket he'd be in, but in ODI, I'm less sure. He's a fantastic player and would be a very useful asset for every national team. But when his competition is every player ever, it's tough. Kapil Dev, of course, makes it, as does Jasprit Bumrah. Shami is a tricky one. One argument that could be made is Hazlewood didn't make it, and right now he's definitely a better bowler than Shami. But that's right now. Over the course of his career, I think Shami could be seen as quite similar to someone like Brett Lee. Remember, I am God today, and I say Shami makes it. As for our perennial dark horses, New Zealand, they're not likely to have many players who qualify. I don't think McCullum makes it. On his day, he was terrifying. In his prime, he was outstanding, but over the course of his career, there's better options. I am a fan of Guptill and Williamson, but this is not a matter of how much I like them. It's about if I think they're good enough. I think Williamson unfortunately misses out, but Guptill just squeaks by, as does his fellow Martin Crowe. I'm going to take Ross Taylor, and for the bowling, Hadley and Shane Bond definitely make it. Trent Boult? I think he's very similar to Mitchell Johnson, maybe a touch better. I think I'm leaning towards no, but we'll remember him as a reserve in case we need it. As for Vittori, I don't think I can include him given that I ruled out Jadeja. For Pakistan, I know some people might find this questionable, but I'm actually going to take the majority of their first team. Only 2 players miss out. Rizwan, and Razak. So for those of you who have somehow learnt how to count past 10, you'll probably have worked out that we're taking the other 9. From the second team, we'll take Babar Azam. I know he's been in awful form recently, but he is a good ODI batter. We'll also take Abdul Qadir and Shoaib Akhtar. And actually, I'm going to take one player who didn't make any of the teams. Saeed Ajmal. I'm prepared for the hate. South Africa are going to one-up Pakistan and get 10 players from their first team. The only one who misses out is Faf du Plessis. However, none of the second team make it, with the exception of Makhaya Ntini. All of our Sri Lankan top 5 make it. I think Ranatunga is underrated, but don't think he makes the shortlist. Same with Angelo Matthews, although he is also quite close. He can be a very useful all-rounder. As for the bowlers, Murali obviously, but both Mendes and Hasaranga have a chance as spinners too. Sorry Wanindu, I'm going to say you just miss out. I don't think any of the seamers make it. I know Vas is good, but I'm not sure he was better than some of the other bowlers who have missed out. And on to the West Indies, of course the top 4 all make it, as do our big 4 quicks. Well, 3 big quicks and Malcolm Marshall. As for the other 3, I'm going to say no. From the second team, we're taking just Chris Gale. But there are other countries besides these 8. Maybe I'll do videos on them too later. I don't think many of them make it though. Andy Flower, Shakib Al Hassan, and Rashid Khan are the only ones, I think. I want to give a few honourable mentions to players from other countries though, the honourablest being Mushfiqur Rahim, Tamim Iqbal, Heath Streak, and Ryan Tenderskata. So, let's look at how much each country contributes. Australia lead the pack with 16, along with a few close calls. Some might think this is quite surprising, I know I did, but Pakistan come in second with 13. India and South Africa both tie with 11 each, 9 from West Indies, 7 from Sri Lanka, and continuing this nice odd numbers theme is New Zealand with 5. Surprisingly, England come in 8th place, with only 4 players, just beating out the associate nations who provide 3 in total. So, we've really whittled down, but we still have 79 players to distribute among 44 places. Stay tuned for the next video where we embrace our inner Pokemon trainer and start team building. Bye all!